Okay, we're back for 2025. Got a crawler course update. Tried to rearrange some things, make some things a little more difficult, and just change it up a bit. This is the area where we tore down the urban city, started laying out the freeway area, some parts that fell apart, some parts that broke down. Just laying it out, see how we wanted to make it run. Started putting a coat of paint on it, primed it a little bit, gave it some more supports. Then just trying to lay it out, helped out a lot as well. This is the first time setting it back up, just getting a flow of how things would go on the course, different directions you could go, make sure you can go both directions so we could switch it up. Used some broken drywall to make the pieces of concrete, painted them a couple times. Just broke them off and peeled off the backing. Pretty good. It looked like broken cement. This is like the exit ramp coming onto the freeway that collapsed. The construction crew trying to clean up some of the broken parts of the cement. Like I said, it was just drywall broken up, then painted the same color as the freeway. And this section of the whole freeway collapsed. Some leftover concrete. Added some lines to the freeway. Was thinking about adding some street lights. Another construction die-cast thing that I had, just wanted to add it for detail. Started putting some graffiti and some details on the side of all my basketball players' nicknames. Added some more details with the die-cast cars. Started working on the underneath of the freeway where it collapsed. Added some more LED lights. Threw around some more of the drywall to look like the concrete had fallen from above. Some other cars that got crushed in the freeway. Underneath the ramp that collapsed. Here I cleared out the construction section that I had before because I started using some of the die-cast cars for that. Getting closer to being finished. Added some road closure signs. Some more die-cast cars. The grid work for the cement underneath. Just adding little details. Making sure you could go both directions on the course. Added some banners and stuff that you might see on the highway. Had to paint the whole bottom black again because that wasn't painted before to look like the pavement underneath. Just used some old Christmas wrapping paper rolls for most of the stuff for the pillars. But this just gave us a whole bunch of different directions we could go on the course and different routes you could take. And you could also move the die-cast car to create detours and obstacles. This is underneath part of the parking garage, and this is where I repurposed the urban city that was on top, put that under the bottom now, added some street lights, and just kind of continued it off into like a park. It's a big hill you have to climb up to get on the Carvana lift. This is where I also started another section clearing out of a farm section. Used to be a farm with a buried pickup truck you had to climb over. Cleared that all out. Started thinking about working with some styrofoam. Cut out a section where like a meteor had come through the ground, slid into the ground, and made a big path. Started painting that. I thought this would be a good theme, have some UFOs or some aliens or something in this, but when I put it back together, it made it so you could only take one path on this part of the course, and I didn't like that. So put it up for about a day. It's all about trial and error. So after adding the rocks to it, it looked really fake. Didn't like it. So there's the meteor. Had to think about it a little bit more, but this section right here got an X, and we went back to the drawing board. And see, you can see it's only one path because the car couldn't ride straight down where the meteor came, and it made it just so simple, and wanted to try something different. So try to make a farm fence around most of the area where you could crawl over one corner in the farm fence. Another piece of the farm fence broke, and I was trying to figure out how I could come back down. Came up with the idea of adding some hay bales or something on the other side. You climb up them either direction. We'll get back to that. But this is another section I had to take out. I had a couple cars that were too wide for the shipping container, that they couldn't go through it. So it was an area they couldn't go through. So I wanted to make it an area where I get some of the wider 1/18 scale cars to come through. So I took that one container out on the bottom, left the one on the top. Added like some concrete things here that you had to climb up in different directions. And I made a pretty good obstacle. I had just done that one on that little portable one. So put these out there, laid them out in different directions, see which way it would work the best. Started adding some detail, painted them like they were concrete. Then put some graffiti on them and started adding some details so that you could go both directions on the course. And I'll have some trailing videos coming pretty soon. Here's a look at some of the TRX4, take it on the farm section. But stay tuned, more coming.
Gotta get that. Gotta get that. Gotta get that. Gotta get that.